Make a public statement that was false? Of course you did.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. Your Honor, I move to admit the statement and the article as redacted.
Objection, hearsay.
It's her statement.
This is not her statement. This is some.
She just testified, Your Honor, that it's her statement. Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
Your Honor, I object because she has left out the next two lines from Ms. Heard that clarify even further, and I also think
Ms.
that Dr.
Bredehoff,
Cowan's...
Your Honor, may we please approach? This is...
If you only a foundation.
Do you know whether the records, medical records from your EMT were produced in discovery?
Objection, Your Honor. Correct?
You need to put your microphone on, Miss. Thank you.
Objection, Your Honor. Improper impeachment. If she's going to ask her question, then she has to show where that was, and then...
I'll overrule the objection. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Do you recall... I'm trying. What?
252A.
Any objection? Any objection, Ms. Bredehoff? Could you turn your microphone again? I'm sorry.
Objection leading. Let's look at the transcript. So you testified on page... I'm getting there. So, Ms. Heard, I'm only going to...
You're not going to object to asking questions while I'm looking at this.
All right. If you could give her a moment, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm only going to ask her about the text messages on the screen. Ms. Bredehoff.
I'm having trouble seeing this. Can you? Sorry, what were the lines?
Page 589, lines 6 through 8.
Wait. Did you say 540 or
589, lines 6 through 8.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have no objection, Your Honor. Do you recall that
Objection, Your
question?
Honor. And Ms. Lloyd's deposition testimony was played earlier in this trial, right?
I'm going to object, Your Honor.
All right.
Page 372, lines 5 to 377, line 1 is what I have.
12. Line 12.
Brand new trial exhibit, so I don't have it. I'd like an unredacted copy.
Brand new trial exhibit, so I don't have it. I'd like...
The next thing that I'm going to play to
Your Honor?
you as Hugh.
Oh, you want to come?
Your Honor? Maybe we can stop it.
If we could please play.
I'm sorry.
I checked, and I have no objection to the entirety of 356
All right.
coming
So
in.
356 in its entirety will be in evidence. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Objection leading and hearsay.
Your Honor, may we approach?
That's fine.
You all have got to stop calling each other sluts and whores. It just makes it okay for guys to call you sluts and whores.
Okay, and again, I'm thinking back, so you have it in front of you. I don't. So I'm thinking back where he's coming in from Europe for
his hometown. And look, he's got two coffees, one of which for sure is not for me. It's not mine because mine's right here. Look.
Manuscripts, and I have my own book on catatonia, the consultation liaison setting. I have a book chapter on the current and current and contemporary approaches to temporomandibular disease, at least the psychiatric portion. I'm also in a dissociative identity disorders chapter on
And have you peer-reviewed literature?
Yes, so I'm a reviewer I've served as a reviewer on Lancet. I've served as a reviewer as innovations in clinical neuroscience. I've served on reviewer for clinical neuropharmacology, and I'm actually editor-in-chief of...
There were communications amongst Mr. Depp and his physician and others.
And what did you specifically review in those texts relating to the finger injury?
Well, with relation to the finger, there was a text where he had stated he cut his finger off.
Now, Dr. Moore, I'm going to ask you some questions about this case regarding the opinions that you formed relating to Mr. Depp's finger injury. When I ask you those questions, do you agree to answer my questions to a reasonable degree of medical probability?
Yes.
And do you agree to advise the jury and the court if you are not answering any of them to a reasonable degree of medical probability?
Yes.
Dr. Moore, based on your analysis, did Mr. Depp's finger injury happen as a result of a vodka bottle being thrown at him?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
I'm sorry.
No.
And what is the basis for that opinion?
Well, the medical data is inconclusive. It's not consistent with what we see in the described injury pattern or in the clinical photographs. And there are several elements. There's the description was of the hand being flat on a bar and the bottle crushing the finger from the top. But looking at the images, there's really no significant injury to the dorsum of the finger, and to create the type of injury with that type of a crush injury, we would anticipate both injury to the fingernail and other parts of the finger.
Can I stop you there and just
Sure.
just break down a few things? You said the hand resting flat on the bar. Can you show the jury what direction the hand was resting based on the documents you've reviewed?
I think that the demonstration was with the hand flat, like this, across and maybe even curled over the edge of the bar like this.
Which side was facing upward? Which side of the hand?
The back of the hand, or we call it the dorsal surface of the hand, was up.
Doctor, if you could get closer to the microphone.
Oh,
I'd just appreciate
sorry.
it. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Heard, you remember during Mr. Depp's examination, a number of recordings were played, correct?
That's correct.
And in one of those recordings, you told Mr. Depp, quote, "I hope to God Jack's stepfather teaches him more about being a man than your fucking left nut," end quote. Do you remember that?
I do not remember what exactly I could hear of that recording. I remember I heard myself make a mention of Jack's new stepfather or potential stepfather. I can't recall.
Jack is Mr. Depp's son, right?
That is correct. And I believe I was referencing a marriage that his ex-partner was going to have or getting into, I suppose.
You were referencing that Jack's new stepfather would teach him how to be a man because Mr. Depp couldn't.
I don't recall exactly what I said, but it was something to that effect.
This was so awkward when this happened in court today.
Only I've seen him interact on interviews, and that was it.
Right.
When he wasn't in movies.
Right. But Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you? You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka I didn't see 21 Jump Street when it happened, or whatever it was about. No, I did not.
All right. You made...
All right, now we've seen Mr. Depp during this trial doodling and eating candy. What, if any, evidence would that suggest that he has narcissistic traits?
Objection, Your Honor. No foundation.
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Now, you were asked...
Before you watched his deposition.
What is the baseline for that? Oh, I mean, I guess my baseline would probably be how I've seen him interact in public. How I've seen him interact with others. I've seen him interact in media. I've seen him interact and his process speed is certainly not slow. I've seen him do commercials. His process speed was not slow.
At deposition, didn't you say that what you did was compare Mr. Depp's performance in lots of pirate movies against his deposition testimony here?
What I said was I've seen Mr. Depp do apology ads. I remember he did an apology ad with Bad Dog with no delay in process speed. I've seen him interact with the media regarding to that. I saw no delay in processing speed. All I'm saying.
Let me ask you about pirates, though. You compared pirates to the depositions given in this case.
Then I apologize for what I said. Then I misspoke.
You misspoke? You didn't make the comparison?
Right now, just a second ago? Just a second ago, I may have said that I misspoke. I apologize, I misspoke.
Okay. Because you know you can't compare pirates to sworn testimony, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can, but as an aside, you can judge someone's processing speed at any time. Like I'm judging yours right now, you're judging mine. We all judge processing speed as a baseline because of what we know about each other. I would say your processing speed right now is not slow. So, I mean, we're judging processing speed. I'm just saying to you.
Yeah. But no, any of Mr. Depp's other portrayals in movies, did that affect your analysis of processing speed?
Only I've seen him interact on interviews, and that was it.
Right.
When he wasn't in movies.
Right. But Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you? You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka I didn't see 21 Jump Street when it happened or whatever it was about. No, I did not.
Let's start with the easy question then. Maybe we can.
That was pretty easy. Go ahead.
All right, Doctor, you're going to have to just answer the questions.
Okay. Sorry about that. Getting into it.
You need to just answer the questions,
Okay.
Dr. Speaker.
You are not rendering any diagnosis whatsoever of Mr. Depp today or ever.
Okay, so the jacket is different, but look at the shirt. Dude, she looks like Colonel freaking Sanders. First Dr. Evil, now Colonel Sanders. Why does she keep dressing like these people? Oh, is she crazy?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
Where have I seen this crazy doctor before? He seems so familiar.
I'm probably not as sharp as I was at 25. The value of using it with the opiates. Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
Know what I should act on and what I shouldn't act on. So we act on them. Even though, but the texting that it involves. So the Gap pen is actually, you start becoming suspicious, jealous.
Okay.
So the answer is yes.
Okay.
Here,
I'm sorry.
in 15 minutes.
Sorry, I
We're
talked
just
too
taking a
much.
break. No. We're just
Trees burn one at a time, don't they, ma'am?
You know, I'm not a firefighter. I'm not going to go there with you, but obviously we know that a single match can cause thousands of acres to burn, so we can leave it at that.
I think I went there with you. All right, let's do this. Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka as a...
You know whether Marlon Brando used an earpiece?
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now. If he was never fed his lines through the earpiece, which I know he was, but read he was, and that may have been that example, Mr. Wyatt may have said that it was music. I guess the question, you are saying that I'm an expert witness. I'm saying as an expert witness.
Let's start with the easy question then. Maybe we can...
That was pretty easy. Go ahead.
All right, Doctor, you're going to have to just answer the questions.
Okay. Sorry about that. Getting into it.
You need to just answer the questions,
Okay.
Dr. Spiegel.
I'm not sure why we're arguing psychiatry, because I'm telling you what it is.
Dr. Siegel, you just need to answer the questions.
Okay.
Mr. Depp fell asleep with ice cream in his hand. That's not vomitous, right?
I was told it was vomitous.
Okay.
We've seen Mr. Depp during this trial doodling and eating candy. What, if any, evidence would that suggest that he has narcissistic traits?
Objection, Your Honor. No foundation.
I'll sustain the objection.
And counsel for Mr. Depp came back and said, are you aware Ms. Hurd has been diagnosed